It's week 7 of the 2022 season.
And we'll get a look here at DeAndre Hopkins, closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
It's the Chargers and the Seahawks on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Los Angeles taking the field led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 17 carries, 68 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball of the season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Chargers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tershawn Wharton coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. From the 50, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down. That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prole spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Play action. It's Herbert. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 3, he doubled that, he got 6. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. The defensive end out, and he ended up...
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
Running on first down is Sanders, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage before he's taken down. A loss of 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll run with Sanders. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Isaiah Likely from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And he's been throwing the ball up for grabs here early on. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. He'll try and rein things in a bit here as he starts again on first down. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Smith. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Geno out to throw. A little juke. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion. 2nd and 10, Smith again. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, Smith. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From the red zone now, Smith. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Throwing again is Smith. Eluding the pressure right. It's hauled in by Shepard. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Throwing now is Geno. Touchdown, Seahawks. Javonte Williams from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Javonte Williams who capped it all off with a touchdown reception. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Chargers to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Herbert off of play action. On the move to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Throwing out left and finding Likely. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Throwing on second and long. Herbert. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now it's Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. 22 yards there, a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To the air again, Herbert. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Leaves it for Penny. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter from the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to stop.
Akers hit. He coughs it up. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. That puts them in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. In the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. That's returnable now for Smith. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
After the sack on 1st down, Winston going deep downfield for Ross. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Penning. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Winston. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Winston. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Penny. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Chase McLaughlin. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And this is Shepard on the catch. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Smith. Forced down, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On 2nd down, Williams. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Smith. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, here's Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. On third down, Winston. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gino down to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively in the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Penny, a 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Again, it's Penny. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. Now Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Winston now. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Winston. Catch made by Slayton. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Gino.
A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
This has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Penny. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second and 5 now. Smith. Looking sideline, incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. Winds up falling incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin with a run by Penny. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Winston. Got a man, Slayton. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Winston here to throw. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. So this one's over. It's in the win column for